Howdy, welcome back for more Space Engineers, and today we're going to build a system so we know when we do and don't need to go mine more resources to put into the containers we built last week. Let's go! We've come back out to the lobby, and right there on that wall, that's where we're going to build a system to monitor how much ore we have, or don't have, whichever the case may be. So, I got a little prep work to do. I'm going to get that done real quick, and we'll be right back. And there we have it. We have a wonderful new wall. If you can't tell, that is all small grid. Every single part of this. We used the same trick with the hinge that has a small grid head on it, and we locked that hinge, and then we built this entire wall. You don't have to do an entire wall. That's completely on me. I wanted it. I like the look of that. It may be a bit overkill. Okay. It's definitely a bit overkill. But that's what I wanted. Alright, so we're actually only going to use a little bit over here. I just didn't like the lines that were appearing on the wall. You see these metal rails here at the edges of the plates where they come together? It left metal rails on my wall. I wanted a flat wall, so I made a flat wall. And we're going to paint it. Oh, and this here is, it's all small grid, so I used some of these half-slope light armor blocks and just placed them around the door. And these are a couple of transition corners from these light armor slope transition tip mirrored. Mouthful. So, yeah, that particular block is right here. There's a light armor slope transition tip that's right there. Now, we're only going to use part of this, but I don't have lines here. I don't want lines. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of the weldless, or we're going to use weldless armor. We're going to paint the whole wall. Control Shift, center click, and that entire wall becomes nice and smooth. And it's all airtight, because on the back side, we used these light armor panels to fill in all the spaces. And I also added this here, which is just a door going in. Come up here, walk across, and get into the back side of this faux wall that we put in. You can see the hinge up there. That's just locked in place, and we filled it up to the to run into the other blocks so that it can't move. Alright, so now we're going to actually build what we came here to build. Now, the thing is, and I'm going to build one of them here for now. We're going to start ice, because we're going to need 9 rows. We're going to start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty high up. Let's see. 3 by 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, that's a bummer. Alright, we're going to do 5 and 4. So, 3, 4, 5. Going to go right there. And then we need 3 more of these. We're going to weld these up real quick. Alright, so this one we're going to come in and we are going to actually change all of these be text and images. Going to bring the font size all the way up to 10. We'll leave them left for now. Actually, no. Go ahead and we'll center it. Alright. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this bottom 2. And we're just going to change the names of these. We're going to change this to just say LCD. Ice. And LCD. Stone 1. Sorry, Ice 1. Ice. Ice 1. And Ice 2. And Ice 3. Alright, so now we've got all 3 of those labeled. This one, Ice 1, and we're going to change that one's background color. And that is right here, background color. We want it to be red. And 2, we want that one to be yellow in the background. Means we're just going to turn up both red and green. And the last one, we want that one to just be green. So now we'll have a red, yellow, and green for our ice fill levels. And in here, we're just going to change this to say ice. There we go. Now, we're going to come around to the back side here, and for the sake of making my life a little easier, we're going to pull these out temporarily. We will put those back. I actually meant to move that over here. Oh well. Now right here behind it, that's right behind the ice. We've got Ice 1, Ice 2, and Ice 3. We'll weld those up real quick. Alright, now we're going to come back here and we're going to double check that we did actually change the names on these containers. We did not. This cargo container needs to be named Ice. So this one's gravel. This one back here is Ice. Change that to say Ice. Alright, and ooh, it's dark back here. I really need to get some lighting back here in the factory. Really dark. Alright, now that we have that labeled ice, we can come in and we can actually use this to access this. We are going to go to the event controllers. And we're going to name this one Ice 1. Ice 2. And Ice 3. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use cargo fill percentage equal or greater than. We're going to tell it to look at the large cargo container ice. We're going to change it to be actually, no, we're going to make this 10%. We want a lot of ice. 10% of that large cargo container is quite a bit. And now we're going to set up actions, and we're going to look for this block right here, LCD ice. If it's good, then on. If it's bad, then off. So now, go ahead and we pull this up and we 10%. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing for ice 2, but we're going to put it at 25%. Okay, and now I'm going to add the ice cargo container. 25%. That's looking good, and we're going to do the same thing for ice 3, and for ice 3 we're going to put it at 50%. Alright, so now we can see that none of these are lit up. And none of them are lit up because we don't have at least 10% full of ice. If we come in here and we actually change the event controllers for ice, and we make this one be less than 2.7%, then that turns on. But as soon as we pass that 2.7, it turns off. That is to say, we need more ice. We like 10% though. So we're going to have to get more ice. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing for all of the other processed ores we have. So we'll see how much iron ingots we have, and silicon and cobalt and nickel and all that. And we'll have this nice list right here. So hopefully that'll be a smooth transition and you'll just see it done. All right, it is done. And you can see here we've got ice, iron, nickel, silicon, cobalt, gravel, magnesium. I shortened that up a bit so that we could actually read it. Silver and gold. We've you can see I've got the numbers, what percentage we're looking at in the containers, printed on each of these. I just did that for clarity's sake. And a few of these, like say the cobalt, the gold, the silver, and the magnesium, and the gravel, we probably should have been using small cargo containers. So actually probably most of them, we should have used small cargo containers. But I figure it's just better to have too much storage than not enough. So that's what we went with. So gold, you can see we're only looking for 0.035%. Silver, we're only looking for 0.01% to have that red bar show up, and 0.035 to have the yellow bar show up, and 0.1% for the green bar. Whereas gold, we're looking for 0.5%. So yeah, these three here really should have been small cargo containers. But hindsight being 2020 and all, I'm not going to go back and change it. I just tweaked the percentages to make it work. Now, I'm rather happy with the way this looks, to be honest. I can see right now at a glance, I need ice, I need silver, I need gold. I'm good on cobalt, silicon, nickel, and iron. I'm at least in the yellow on all of them. So I don't need to worry about getting those. I do need to get silver and gold. And ice. So that's probably what we're going to do on a live stream, to be honest. I'll do another mining live stream, and we'll go out and we'll mine some ice and mine some silver and mine some gold. Now that we've got that done, there's one more thing I want to take care of. Back here in the factory, we need lighting. Can't really tell right now, but it's almost impossible to see back here in the night because it's really dark, and we need to fix that. So here's what I'm thinking. I kind of want to keep the creepiness vibe of having dark shadows around the outsides. So what I'm thinking is we're just going to add lights at the ports in the hallways. And here's what I mean to do by that. I'm thinking corner lights, like so, just like that. Weld that up. And we want that corner light to come down and actually be right in front of that port. So we're going to look down through the corner lights here, and I have no idea. I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. The first thing we want to do is we want to take the offset. Oh, good. It's going the right direction. If you look in the corner of my screen, you can see that offset moving up and down. And we want that offset highlight to be right in the center. Yeah, right at the top of that port there. So if we turn that off, you can see that's right there, right where we want it. Now we're going to come back in here and we are going to type in corner light again. 30. This is the silicon light. And we're going to call this silicon ore. Just so we can tell which one it is. We're going to change that radius to light up both sides of that little walkway there. And we're going to do that little bit of lighting everywhere, which means we'll have light where we need it. We'll be able to see what we're doing. But when it's nighttime, it'll be dark and creepy in here still, while still having light to be able to see. So I'm going to put all these in, and because I got to put them on here and on all the storage containers back there. I'm going to put them all in, and then we can see what it looks like. Alright, so I think I've achieved basically what I want. And what I'm going for is well enough lit, but still creepy dark. So, let's see how that looks. Alright, here we have it. And you can see everything. Everything is clear. But all that's lit up is down the centers at the ports that matter. Other than that, it looks really creepy walking back here without the lights on, or without your lights on. And that's what I was going for. It's well enough lit, but you've got really dark shadows everywhere still, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, look at that. You can't see anything back there. Alright, so obviously I love this, but I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you think about this lighting back here, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you would have done differently. I'm really interested in hearing about that in the comments. And I really hope this board we built out here in the lobby will be of use to you. So, if you have any questions about this, be happy to ask those in the comment section too. I'll be happy to answer them. Be sure to come back next time when we're going to build an auto miner out on the ice lake, so that we just have to fly out and collect ice rather than flying out and mining ice. This should speed things up for us for ice collection and make it a more reliable way to get ice. So come back, check that out on the next video. Until then, see ya.